Good afternoon, my beautiful soul followers. It has been a moment since I have done a live stream, and so hello to all my new followers who are jumping on the live for the first time. Welcome to Addison Unleashed. So today I was sitting and thinking about a conversation I had a couple days ago, actually, and I was driving and doing some errands that needed to get done, and I was thinking about this conversation, and this gentleman in my life presented this idea that love is a decision, and we sat there talking back and forth about both of our opinions, and I said, no, love isn't a decision. Love is an energy. Love is an energy. We either choose to be open to the energy or closed to the energy, but love itself is not a decision. And so we got in this conversation, and I saw his point of view. I saw where he was coming from, that love is a decision. And I'm like, no, the relationship is a decision. So we never really finished that conversation. We have different views on it, but he was talking about how love should make us happy. And that's really where we started to have conflicts in our viewpoints. Because I do believe that at some point, love is a decision. Because we have to decide to open our hearts. We have to decide to lean into any relationship. The relationship itself is a decision. Love is an energy that is always around us. It is always present with us. We have to decide if we're going to tap into it or not. So that is where I view love as a decision. Because there are times in our lives where we are fighting with somebody, or we really are having differences of opinion, or we're really angry. We're really angry, and a lot of spiritual people are like, oh, you shouldn't be angry. Guess what? Anger is an emotion. It is a valid emotion, and so if we stuff that, that's not good. It's not good. It's a secondary emotion, but it is still emotion that needs to be seen. So maybe we're really angry with our partner. We're really pissed off with our intimate partner. And guess what? In that moment, to open up, to continue the relationship is a decision. The hope is that you still feel love for that person. That is something that is a decision within us if we're going to decide to sit in love or not. But I strongly believe that love is always available. It's not something that we decide to have one day and decide not to have the other day. It is always there. It is the decision of if we're going to tap into it, if we're going to touch into it, if we're going to allow it to flow from us and to us. That's where the decision is. But then when this gentleman said, love should make you happy, I was like, no, love should not make you happy. And that is such a bullshit thing to say. And I think it is a toxic thing we've started to share in our society. I see people talking about, this narcissistic relationship, that narcissistic relationship, this toxic relationship. And I'm not talking about allowing yourself to be abused. That is will never be something that I'm going to advocate for here on my channel. You should never allow yourself to be abused. However, love does not always feel good. Love does not always feel good. And we're really touching primarily today on our romantic relationships, but I want to give you an example. So I know another person, and their child has been through surgery and surgery and surgery and surgery. And the kid is older teens now. But this person's had to watch their kid go over and over and over again through these surgeries, through this life stuff. And it doesn't feel good for this person having to sit in that state of all this love, but all this pain. The love in that moment doesn't really necessarily feel all comfy cozy. If you're looking for love to just be happiness, then you're missing out on such a huge piece of this puzzle. And that is the same in our romantic relationships. Yes, that's with the kid, and we have different kind of love for a kid or family, friends. I'm not big into huge boxes with our love of like, this is how I love these people, and this is how I love these people. I view love as more fluid. However, there's a different kind of love we have for our kids or just children in general than we have for our intimate partners. And I can tell you, with my intimate partner, there is plenty of times when I'm like, I just want to kill you right now. Like, I just want to kill you right now. Like, right now, I love you, but you're not, this love right now is not making me happy. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm in ego. And there's many, many times we're going to be in love and ego at the same time. And sometimes we have to make these hard choices. About 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, I wrote an article and it was, I love you, and so I'm letting you go. And guess what? That was not a happy moment. I did not write that article in like joy and happy of like, I love you, so like get out of my life. It was I love you, and so I'm setting you free. I'm setting you free while my heart got like ripped into a million trillion pieces and I was like crying, mascara all over the face. It was not pretty. It was not happy. And I have couples come in and they're like, we're just not happy right now. We're not happy right now. And you can be unhappy and still be in a space of love with somebody. Sometimes the best love is the hard love, the love that pushes us, that makes us uncomfortable. And yes, makes us choose love, makes us choose it. Because that is when love is a decision. That is when I agreed with my guy friend and was like, yes, love is a decision in these moments. Love is a decision for us to open ourselves up to it and to lean into it and make the hard decisions sometimes that aren't going to make us feel good and is not happiness. It's like not like, okay, let's go skip down the road. It's like, no, this hurts at a primal level, and yet, it's still love. It's still love. And again, I don't want this to get confused with toxic love. This kind of like, I'm hurting you, but I love you. That's not where we want to go. I'm talking about those situations, those moments when you're with your partner and you're just like, God damn it, I love them, but they're driving me nuts, or I'm angry at them, or they're triggering me, or, or I have to let them go. And that hurts. That hurts. There is a decision being made to still love them, the decision to still love them, but let them go. And guess what? That's not going to make us happy. And if we love someone and we watch them maybe in pain, guess what? We can love them. And yes, there is always a feel good in the energy of love. However, in our situation, in our lives, if we are loving somebody who's in pain or sickness, guess what? That's not necessarily going to be happy. It's not going to make us feel good in that moment. Love is a connective energy, and it is always there, and it is always available to us. We can always tap into it, and it is so much more than straight relationships. And if that is how you look at love, I challenge you to really dive deeper into the true dynamics of love. And then also look at how loving is a decision at some level. You have to decide to be in relationship. You have to decide to sit in the pain of something because you do care and you do love that person. There is a connection with that other soul. That's when you have to make a decision. Relationships are fucking decisions. Love is always there. Love is, you don't decide to love. Love is a heart-centered experience. It's an energy between two people. Many times you don't choose that, but you do choose the relationship. And so if you're only choosing relationships and situations that make you feel good, feel amazing, guess what? You're in toxicity. You're in a state of avoiding the shadow elements of your life. And guess what? The more we dig into some of those and feel them and are willing to sit in those in a space of love, guess what? The better we will feel when we do have those amazing moments with somebody. When we do get through that hump, it will feel way better. Because as we expand our darkness, we also expand our light. That is just how it works. It is just how it works. So, make the decision to love. It doesn't matter if you're loving in a relationship or loving yourself. Just sitting in that space of love within, even if you're not in a happy place, just sitting in that space of love with yourself. Decide to really, really lean into love. And then, remember, it doesn't always feel good. And if you're in a romantic relationship, maybe you're in a new relationship where you're going to have to decide to open up and connect in love, connect in that space, to drop your guard, to drop that armor. Maybe that's where you're at. Or maybe you've been in a relationship for 50 years and you're like, ugh, sometimes this relationship is difficult. Guess what? It's okay. It's okay. You can decide to choose to lean into love and breathe into what that relationship needs a little bit more. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful soul followers, I am going to let you go today. I hope I got you thinking. I would love to hear your comments. I love to hear your guys, you guys's. There comes my New Yorker, you guys, your thoughts on this topic. Do you believe love is a decision? Do you believe relationships are a decision? Do you believe that love should always feel good? I'd love to hear it below in the comment section. If you are wanting to upscale, not just your bedroom, but your life in general, make it that feeling of orgasm throughout your whole day, then reach out to me for a consultation at addisonbell.net. And other than that, I'll see you beautiful soul followers tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love y'all. Bye.